a particular chapter down. Amen. We're going to read verses, chapter 11, verses 1 through 7. The Bible says, now a certain man was sick named Lazarus. Somebody shout Lazarus. Look at your neighbor and say, how you doing, Lazarus? Of Bethany, the town of Mary, and her sister Martha. It was that Martha which anointed the Lord with ointment and wiped his feet with her hair, whose brother Lazarus was sick. Therefore his sisters sent unto him, saying, Lord, behold, he whom thou lovest is sick. When Jesus heard that, he said, this sickness is not unto death, but for the glory of God, that the Son of God might be glorified thereby. Now Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. And when he had heard, therefore, that he was sick, he abode or stayed 2 days still in the same place where he was. And then after that, he said to his disciples, let us go to Judea again. Can you say amen? Jump over to verses 20. We're going to read verses number 20 down to 27. It says, then Martha, as soon as she heard that Jesus was coming, went and met him. But Mary sat still in the house. Then said Martha unto Jesus, Lord, if thou had been here, my brother had not died. But I know that even now, whatsoever thou wilt ask of God, God will give it unto you. Jesus said unto her, thy brother shall rise again. And listen to what Martha said. Martha said unto him, I know he shall arise again in the resurrection at the last day. Then Jesus said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life, and he that believeth in me, though he was dead, yet shall he live. I wish I had me a witness in here. Look at your neighbor and say, Lazarus, God is going to raise you up. But look what he says now, and whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. Believeth thou this? She said unto him, yea, Lord, I believe that thou art the Christ, the Son of God, which should come into the world. And when she had so said, she went her way and called Mary, her sister, secretly, saying, the master is coming, and he calls for you. Can you say amen? Look at verse 32. And then Mary, this was the Mary that stayed at the house. Then Mary was come where Jesus was and saw him. She fell down at his feet, saying unto him, Lord, if thou had been here, my brother had not died. This kind of sound like her and Martha have been talking, because both of them said the same thing to Jesus. Can you say amen? When Jesus was therefore saw her weeping, and the Jews also weeping which came with her, he groaned in his spirit and was troubled. Can you say amen? But look what Jesus said. Jesus said, where have you laid him, my God? They said unto him, Lord, come and see. Amen. I'm just about done. Look at verse 39. And Jesus said, take away the stone. Martha said, the sister of Martha, the sister of him that was dead, said unto him, Lord, by this time he stinketh, for he had been dead 4 days. Can you say amen? Look at verse 41, if you will. Then they took away the stone from the place where the dead was laid. And Jesus lifted up his eyes and said, Father, I thank thee that thou hast heard me. And I knew that thou hearest me always, but because of the people which stand by, I said it, that they may believe that thou hast sent me. And when he had thus spoken, he cried with a loud voice, Lazarus, come forth. And he that was dead came forth, bound hand and feet from the grave clothes with grave clothes, and his face was bound with a napkin. And Jesus said, loose him and let him go. And look at your neighbor once again and said, neighbor, good morning, Lazarus. Oh my God. Listen, I want to talk to you from this subject. I'm making a comeback. Somebody just missed that. Look at 3 people and tell them I'm making a comeback. Yes, I'm making a comeback. You thought I was dead, but I'm making a comeback. Somebody ought to be shouting right there because somebody thought that you were going to throw in the towel and somebody thought that it was over for you. But look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, I'm making a comeback. Yes, I'm making a comeback. That's what I want to talk to you about. Amen. This morning, have I got a witness in here? My brothers and sisters, this morning, I want to use as a subject making a comeback from a major setback, looking at the life of one by the name of Lazarus. And I understand, y'all, that many of you who are in this place are just like me, have some setbacks in your life that has taken you through the hula hoops of life. And just like me, you have asked God the question, God, how can I recover from what I am going through? And whatever, beloved God, what better way could God encourage us than using someone whom he has brought back from a major setback in his life? You understand now, the Bible tells us in the book of Revelations chapter 12 verse number 11 that we have overcome by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of our testimony. And I need to let somebody know in here this morning that no matter what you go through in life, baby, don't lose your testimony. Have I got a witness in here? You understand, James said, count it all joy when you fall into divers temptation, knowing that the trying of your faith worketh patience. In other words, beloved of God, the things that you and I go through and experience is actually birthing something in our lives. The trials and the tribulations and the times of testing are what's been used by God, amen, to birth some patience in our lives. And I come to tell somebody in this room this morning that it does not matter what you're going through or maybe going through right now. I come to encourage you and let you know that you can make a comeback. It doesn't matter, beloved of God, how long you have gone through it. It doesn't matter how bad it may seem. With Yahweh on your side, God told me to tell you that you can come back. Have I got many witnesses in here? Listen, y'all, I preached a message a while ago, probably about a year ago, that's entitled Your Setback Was a Setup for Your Comeback. And can I tell us in this house, Judah House of Praise, that all of the things that you've gone through was nothing more than God setting you up to make a comeback in your life. One thing we need to understand, beloved of God, about man and God is that God, man, will set you up for your downfall, but God sets you up to raise you up. Have I got me a witness in here? I said man will set you up to fail, but God sets you up to succeed. You understand the God that we serve is a bad mama jamma, y'all. He's a bad man. He's a terrible and awesome God. The God that we serve is able to take a financial setback and turn it into a financial comeback and call it prosperity. My God, have I got a witness in here? He's a bad mama jamma. And the God that we serve is able to take an emotional setback, turn it into an emotional comeback and call it peace. Have I got me a witness in here? Can I tell you something else about the God that we serve? The God that we serve is able to take an unemployment setback, turn it into an employment comeback and call it promotion. I wish I had me a witness up in here. You understand this, beloved of God, that when you experience a setback in your life, amen, people will look at you and count you out. But when you just nudge your neighbor and say, don't count me out, baby, people will look at you and say that it's over for you. But can I tell you the reason why they do that? The reason why they do that is because they miss